Okay. Okay. On period. Periana to the period. What's good, everybody? What's popping, y'all? It's the official King Pain. And this is the home of the lituation. And today is like every day here in the home of the lituation. And it is lit. Okay. I have a very explosive interview plan for you guys today. Hashtag explosive. Everybody, hashtag explosive. Okay. But before we get into some things, okay, make sure that you guys are sharing this video, liking this video, and subscribe with all your notifications turned on. It is up and it is stuck directly after these commercial breaks. Make sure that you guys are sharing this video, liking this video, and subscribe with all your notifications turned on. It is the official King Pain, and this is the home of the lituation, where it is always lit. Period. Moderators, make sure that you guys are on your best behavior today, because I think that we're gonna have a lot of naysayers in the comments. Okay, on period. And like I said on my IG live, okay, on period, I'm feeling like blocking some holes this week, okay, on period. It's time to block yada, okay, on period. Any negative comments have to go immediately. All right, period. It is up and it is stuck directly after these commercial breaks.
Sleeping, what y'all want?
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked the appointment at Style Kings at the barbershop. Let's go.
Style King 4 blocks away?
Yeah.
All right, let me brush my teeth. I'll be right out.
Don't take long.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
I know she did not use all my conditioner. Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me that. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner with the coconut oil. Where you going?
I was gonna go to the
Well, guess what else you're gonna do? Well, you're going to the store, so I need you to go ahead and cop me some more of this King Pain leave-in conditioner with the coconut oil.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net Get you some style today.
Y'all look nice. Tell mom to stop tripping, okay? Oh, and your mom calls and she needs some more conditioner.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, periodicity, period. It's the official campaign, y'all. And this is the home of the lituation, where it is always lit. Period. Period. The one and only dust-free zone. Yay. Where there's no rusty, dusty, musty, crusty, raggedy, dirty, crispy, sissy, pissy, or pussy assholes allowed. Okay, if you come over here being any of those things, my moderators will escort your dusty ass out. And okay, I mean it. I mean it. I know I always say don't block the girls, don't block the girls. Block them. Blockity block them today. I'm tired of the shit. I'm tired of it. Woo. Yes, well, without further ado, yes. This person is new, okay, to the Chasing Reality brand, okay? He is on Chasing Atlanta season 5, okay? But he is already making a name for himself, okay, on the show. Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring him up. Like I said, everybody hashtag explosive. This is going to be a very explosive interview, okay, up here. Y'all know the official campaign asks all the right questions. Ooh. Okay, up here, without further ado, we have JAE AMOUR. Drop a lot of crowns in the comments, show a lot of love. Hey, Jay.
Hey, King Pain.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? First of all, before we get into the mess, okay,
Okay.
let me just start off by saying congratulations on your Boss Babe award, okay, for Designer of the Year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That, I ain't gonna lie, that was a shock for me. It was a shock. So I am very appreciative of that award.
Yeah, I voted for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's why it was a shock for me, and it really meant that award meant a lot because it was voted on people, and I never once posted for people to vote. So for that award, that really meant a lot. So I definitely thank everybody who voted for me, and thank you so much.
Absolutely. And before we get into the mess, okay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What does JAE AMOUR do? How did you get onto the show? Who are you?
Okay, so for those who don't know, I am above any and everything. I am. Thank you. I am a fashion designer. I've been doing fashion now for 9 years. It'll be 10 years in September. I've been in Atlanta now for going on 4 years. As far as getting onto the show, I applied for season 2. I applied for season 3. I did another reality show, and at that point, I was done. I was like, I'm not doing no more reality shows. It's a wrap for me. My brand is starting to move. I'm getting the right attention. I don't need to do anything. My management at the time was like, you need to apply for Chase Atlanta. I was like, girl, I've applied for it before. That's not the move. God want me to do something else, whatever. She was like, no, just apply. I was like, girl, I'm not applying. She's like, I'm gonna do everything. I just need you to do the voiceover for the video. I was like, girl, I love Chase Atlanta, but I'm not applying. So I ended up applying. Long story short, and when I went in for the interview, they was like, oh, da. I was like, well, child, this third time's maybe the charm, but if this ain't it, I don't know. And I ended up on the show.
My. Yeah, because Cameron said that you applied for the show twice and got denied. Did Cameron have anything to do with you getting on to the show?
No one knew that I was even applying for the show. Me and Cameron, honestly, we'll get into that later on. Cameron did not know that I applied for the show. Cameron didn't know that I had made the show. Cameron did not know I was on the show until we received the email saying these are the cast members for this season. The only person who I even slightly said anything to or even had a conversation with was Rico with a K, because at first I was not applying. Even when I had a conversation with Rico, he was like, you should apply. I was like, I don't know about reality TV. And that was we only had that one conversation because he had a model for me in a show in Chicago. And that was it. Like, no one knew I was applying, and no one put me on the show. I came in with a full package that said, this is what I'm doing. I just got the position of editor-in-chief of a fashion magazine. I have a wine line coming out. My clothing line is here. These are the people who I'm dressing. These are the A-list celebrities, the Grammy winners that I have dressed. This is my makeup resume. This is everything. This is what I'm working on. And because this time I had a full package, I guess they thought it was undeniable and they booked me.
My. Yeah, she was ready this time. Okay, the
I was
third
ready. I
time
came ready.
was
I'm no shade. I'm very
definitely the
happy
charm.
I did not get on season 2 or 3 because like I was still building my brand. So like the stuff that y'all see now, y'all wouldn't have seen that like that in the
Okay.
beginning. Like everything to me is about timing. So literally, I'm glad that my manager at the time pushed me because I had no intentions on doing it. But I will say that was the best move that happened that I did not plan on doing because being on this show within the first 2 episodes, the growth I got and the people who were hitting me up to do orders, it's been ridiculous.
Oh, I know that's right. On the show, you were introduced to us as Cameron's good girlfriend. Um, tell us about that. You know, how did you become the good girlfriend?
I don't know because that was news to me. That was the first time I heard it. So, y'all, I'm just gonna be real because honestly, like I said, this is the only interview in which I will be talking about the blow up and me and his relationship. So I'm just gonna dive right on into it. We'll get to the explosive shit that happened later on, but I'm gonna set y'all up so that we all know exactly how this shit went down. As far as that scene and me being introduced as his good girlfriend, the viewers have to understand there's a difference between reality and reality TV. Sometimes we have to do certain things to make it make sense. So with this show being out for 5 years, this is the 5th season, you can't just have a new cast member come on and do a scene and you have no idea where they came from, anything like that. So with me coming into the group, when they asked me, they say, do you know anybody on this group that whatever? I said, well, I've dressed previous cast members because I've dressed Travis from last season. I dressed Cameron for the reunion, and I've worked with Rico. Travis is not here. Me and Rico only met one time, and then I had somewhat of a relationship with Cameron. So I told them I'm cool with everybody. I don't have friends, but I know people. So for that introduction scene, it only made sense for Cameron to bring me in because he was the only person who I actually knew. And it made sense because I dressed him last season for the reunion. So for the first episode of the next season, you're a designer, I'm introducing you. When we got to that situation, now keep in mind, green screens and filming are done at 2 different times. When we filmed that scene, I never once called him my good girlfriend, never called him my Judy. When we did that scene, he said, I haven't talked to you in a while, but I'm your good Judy. Because if y'all remember when he said, I haven't talked to you in a while, I said, oh, because you ain't said that, you ain't sent no invoice. I mean, you ain't did no booking request. So I'm thinking he was talking about the order. He's like, no, I'm talking about my clothing line. I said, oh, okay, well, you ain't never hit me up. Because we don't talk like that. So when he started seeing good girlfriend, I was like, now mind you, confessionals are filmed towards the end of the season. So I'm like, you already know we don't fuck around like that. I don't fuck with you like that. So for you to say good girlfriend, I'm like, no, but okay, it's already filmed. So we all saw that shit. That was the first time I saw. I was like, good.
Yeah, you was like,
I got a phone
girl,
call. Like, I didn't know you and Cameron was that close. I was like, girl, I didn't know either. So he was not my good girlfriend. In fact, even with the receipts that was posted yesterday, he still saved to my phone as JAE client. Cameron.
My.
So I'm just.
So is the reason that you guys were talking about a storyline to figure out how to introduce you on the show?
No. So this is how it happened. Me and Cameron.
Wait. Before you get into it, I want to show you a little clip, okay, that Cam posted today. One moment.
Storyline. I'm not trying to say that you tried to use me for a storyline.
12 seconds later.
Baby, you hit me for a storyline. Storyline. Next step. Storyline.
Oh, I never said that.
Storyline.
Never once did I ever say that I felt like Cameron was using me as a
storyline. I'm not saying that. You feel as if I'm saying that, but I'm letting you know that's not what I'm saying. I'm not going to do this. Baby, hit me for a storyline. So I'm not saying that you're using me for a storyline. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not going to do this. Storyline.
I never said that.
My. So let's talk about the storyline.
Let's talk about it. Now, what I said last night is exactly what I said. Now, granted, keep in mind things are clips. Some things end up on the showroom floor, the cutting room floor. So the whole conversation y'all don't see. He said that Rico Cassadine told him that I was trying to use, that I said that he was using me for a storyline. The conversation with me and Rico Cassadine, I said I feel like he's using fashion as a storyline. So what I said was, I've never told anyone that you were using me for a storyline, which is the truth because I don't film with camera. At that point, we started filming in September. That was done in November. I don't film with camera. Camera's nowhere on any of my scene requests except for my intro scene. So my thing is, I've never told anyone I was using for a storyline. Now, what I did say to Cassadine was that I feel like he's using fashion as a storyline. And I had this conversation with him before we even started filming, because when me and Cassadine found out we were on the show together, we had hit each other up, because me and Cassadine already knew each other prior to. So I said, girl, I don't know. He was like, so what about you and Cameron? Are y'all good friends? I was like, no, I really don't know. But I really don't even know how this season's going to play out, because I feel like he uses fashion as a storyline, and I have an issue with that. Because if you're all about the fashion, and that's where your passion is, and you're actually going to be working on it, then cool. But if you're not, don't waste my time, because I'm there, and I'm not trying to sound like everybody else when they say this, but everybody say I'm booked and busy. But I literally have a lot of clients that I work with constantly. So with me to take time out, and you asked me back at the reunion, when you did your reunion outfit, you said, I'm bringing my clothing line back. I want some help. Would you mind helping me with my clothing line, whatever. So I said, cool, whatever you need, just hit me up. So I'm thinking you're looking for advice. You might like, how do I do this? What's the best way to do this? Best way to move, whatever. Because I'm not saying that I've made it in this industry, but I am far along in this industry. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's what you're about to ask me. That's the type of question that you want. However, every time he would hit me up about it, it was never, hey, can we meet to talk about X, Y, and Z? Or can I do this? Can we do this, that, and the third? Every time you hit me up, it was, hey, I'm about to start filming. Can we talk about this? Are you on another show? Because previously I was on another reality show. Are you still contracted with another show? Because I want to do this and this and this with my clothing line. But you never once actually tried to sit down with me and get help with your story, with your clothing line. So when it comes to that, and every time that you say something to me about working on your clothing line, it's about you filming a show, that doesn't sound real to me. It sounds like you're using it for a storyline. And my issue with that is, as an up-and-coming designer, it was hard as hell to get into this industry, because when I went back home, it was, if I said I was a designer, it was nothing. Okay, well, what's your contact information? How do I book you? Let me see some of your work. When I got down to Atlanta, it was, okay, you're a fashion designer. All right. And then when people started seeing my work, it's like, oh, you a real fashion designer. And I had to deal with that, because there's a lot of people in this industry who say, I'm a fashion designer, and they're not. So I still have to deal with other people who are in this industry saying they're one thing and they're not. And that's what they're used to, especially in the gay community. Because in the gay community, let's just be real, we are quick to say we're this, we're that, we're the third, and don't have anything to do with it. And that's not just in fashion. That's in music. You got everybody, oh, I'm a rapper, but
Ooh.
you play their track and it's bubblegum in a dish. And they have no bars, no nothing. So us who actually are talented and passionate about our shit have to work 10 times as hard. And everything that I'm saying is factual. So if it comes across shady, it just is. You've been on this platform for 5 years. Where's the passion at?
But speaking of designers,
you had a clothing line, and I was as a black designer. I watched this show from season 1. I was rooting for Cameron. I'm like, oh, I see a black designer. Go, do your thing. I see you, do your thing. But you keep saying you're a designer. We ain't seen no growth. So even when you came to me and you asked me, you was like, hey, can I get help? I was excited to help you. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe your passion is back. Because I know you was going through some other things like they showed on season 2. You had some help. Cool. But every time you hit me up, it's about filming. So are you serious about it or are you not serious about it? And that's where it becomes, is this a storyline?
well, maybe he wanted to film the interaction for it would be natural.
No,
instead of like,
because this is the thing about me. If you asked me this back in June, we didn't start filming till September. That's too long for you to actually be passionate about something and not call my phone once, unless it had to do with filming. Prior to me knowing I was on this show, prior to me knowing that I was even on this show, and I want to say prior to me Don't quote me on this because I'm not sure the exact date, because I believe this was prior to me even being casted for the show or even applying for the show. It was someone's birthday party I was at, and Ike comes up to me and says, he was like, "Congratulations on your wine, whatever. I see you out here doing your thing, da 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 da." And he said, "Oh, I heard you were doing Cameron's fashion line." And y'all, if y'all done seen the show, y'all know I cannot hide my facial expression worth shit. I cannot. So of course my face responded before anything else, and I was like, "What?" It was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, was I not?" Before I could even words came out of my mouth, my face said it all. And he was like, "I'm sorry, was that we was just talking, like he didn't like put that out publicly." I was like, so I played it cute. I said, "Oh no, I mean, it just kind of threw me off that people knew, like, we were talking about some things, but nothing was solidified." Because I never had a conversation about making someone else clothing line, because to me that doesn't make sense for me right now. If I'm at a point where my brand is finally starting to grow, for me to stop what I'm doing and create someone else's clothing line that's in the same community, same network, that doesn't make sense. I can give you advice, I can give you help and pointers, but for me to stop what I'm doing and create your clothing line, that makes no sense. And we never had that conversation.
But there are designers who do that. There are designers who use other designers to bring their vision to life, correct?
Bring their vision to life, yes. But if you have never even sat down with me and had a conversation about a sketch, no nothing, why are you telling someone else that I'm making your line? Well, we've never even had that conversation. You said help. So just like you being a rapper, if I come to you and I said something like, "Hey, I want to get in the studios, and you think you can help me?" Are you expecting me to write your track and everything else? If maybe next thing you ghostwrite for somebody, you can be like, "What the fuck, bitch? We ain't say that. That was never a part of the conversation."
Maybe he just assumed based on the status of y'all relationship.
Okay, see, this is perception and reality. We didn't have a status of relationship. If we look at any of them episodes, I never once said Cameron was my friend. Never once did I say Cameron was my good Judy. If anything, y'all saw me at the network event. When I pulled him to the side, because the only reason why I even pulled them together in the room is because both of them were like, "This is my brother, but he did such and such. This is my brother, he did such and such." I said, "Have y'all talked?" And y'all saw me ask Cameron that. I think I said, "Have y'all?" When we were at my intro scene, I said, "Have y'all talked?" "No, I don't feel like talking to him." And I said the same thing to Troy. I don't know if I don't feel like talking to him. I said, "Y'all just need to talk." So I put them in the room together. I didn't say shit. I sat there and was quiet because honestly, I didn't give a damn. It ain't had nothing to do with me. I just said, "Okay, why don't y'all talk? If y'all really have a real relationship, y'all brothers, then have the conversation." Y'all didn't hear me say shit until I was like, "Y'all not listening to each other. Are y'all listening?" That's the only words y'all heard me say. I didn't get in the middle of nobody's business. I just said, y'all need to talk to each other. So my thing is, out of all of that, how y'all got me and him was good Judy's was based off of his wording. And now I'm about to go fast forward some. Cameron already knew that we were about to blow up. Cameron's been doing this reality TV for 5 seasons now. I'm new to this shit. So in my mind, and I could be completely wrong. I'm one of the bitches, I will say if I'm wrong. But if you already know that some shit's coming down, you have done reality TV for 5 years, you're gonna know how to spin some shit. So if we did this scene in September, November, when we blow up, when it's time for us to do our confessionals, which was in February, I'm gonna make it look like Jay was my good friend. So that's what I'm gonna say on this camera. So that way Jay looks stupid. Because baby, I never said we were close friends. I never gave that. I never rolled for Cameron. None of that.
Okay, so now let's talk about how you know Cameron for real. So you're not his good girlfriend. Tell us about how you met Cameron.
This is how. Okay, so me and Cameron knew of each other from being like literally. I'm not a club head. Everybody knows Cameron goes out. I have seen Cameron out in different settings. We made wave. It was never we having a conversation. We knew of each other. That was it. When it came time for the reunion of season 4, Chasing Land season 4, he posted a status and was like, "Hey, if there's any," I don't know the exact wording, but something along the lines of he was looking for a designer. So I reached out and said, "Hey, what you need?" He was like, I need something for my reunion look, whatever. I said, "Cool, let's talk about it." We did the sketch. He came over, we did the consultation. We did the sketch, measurements, material selection, all of that. When we had that night, he was like, after that consultation, he was like, "Hey, I don't ever see you out. Why don't you come out?" I was like, "I really don't deal with a lot of people. Like, I'm very to myself. Like my circle is small as fuck. All my close friends live out of town. I have one friend that lives in town. And, well, I'll say this. At the time, I had one good friend that lived in town, but she has 3 kids. She ain't going out like that with me. You know what I mean? So he was like, well, just come out. I'm going to R&B Monday. It's cool. I said, all right, I'm going to come out just for you. So I went out. And I even posted on social media. I said, this motherfucker got me out. And y'all know I don't even do that. So literally, me and Cameron, and I'm not at all trying to say that me and Cameron were never cool, because we were cool. I went out that night with Cameron. That night, he messaged me because it was a group of us. Me and him was talking. We had some conversation about certain people in the class. Like, oh yeah, he's cute. Whatever. So Cameron was like, afterwards, there was some conversation I was saying. Cameron afterwards messaged me and was like, I didn't know you was about that life. I was like, what you talking about? Conversation went all the way to the left, unprofessional, and that night, what happened is what happened.
What happened?
Charles, y'all saw the blow up. We fucked in the story.
Oh, the first night?
We fucked. So with that, I'm sorry, I was reading that voice. With that, it is what it is. You know, like at the end of the day, we both adults. I ain't saying he a hoe. I ain't saying I'm a hoe. We adults. We wanted to get our rocks off, and that's what we did. So moving forward, you know, I did the rest of his outfit, blase blah, cool. He invited me out. He said I had a mass text message. He was having this all black event. He was one of the people on the I guess that was putting on the event. I'm not sure the exact details. So I went to that it was an all black brunch. I went to that. He invited me to a brunch that was at his house. It was a whole group of people. I went to that. And before filming,
and each time you would go to these parties, you would stay late and y'all would fuck.
No. The days of those parties, I went and I came home. There was other times in between in which we did mess around, but it was not are we laying up, talking, cuddling? It's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, I'm out. So, and it is what it is. It's like, and I'm not knocking him, I'm not knocking me. I mean, it is what it is. But there was no conversation. There was no long. It was none of that. It was just.
There was no friendship.
It was just, I'm getting my rocks off. We out. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I could look bad on my end. I could look bad on his end. But I mean, it's the truth. We adults. It is what it is. And that was it. After we started filming, well, I don't know if it was after we started filming or after casting, he hit me up, and there was a mutual friend of ours. I'm not saying friend, a mutual associate of ours, he was throwing a surprise birthday party for. That was the first time. So then that was the first time after I was casted, after everyone knew I was casted, that I was with him and I was at his event. It was his event, but he was throwing a party for a mutual acquaintance. I went to that. That was the first time and the only time Ike has seen me in his house. So unless Ike was hiding in the closet when I was bending Cameron over, it was not I've seen him at Cameron's house 4, 5, 6, 7 times as he was making a scene, because that's not what it was.
Ooh.
At all. And that's just me.
Unless Cameron's telling him about you.
At his house. So I'm like, as far as where you got we good girlfriends, no. Was we cool? Yeah, we was cool. We've kicked it. I'm not gonna say that we wasn't cool. I'm also not gonna say that we were building a friendship. And that's the same. And I said this to him. It was not aired, but when we had that sit down conversation, he was like, well, we were building a friendship. It went from, oh, we good girlfriends. I said, Cameron. Well, I can't say that we were friends, but we were building a friendship. I said, Cameron, you don't call me and I don't call you. That's no shade, but we don't talk like that. We weren't even I can't even honestly say we were building a friendship.
Oh, that's what you meant by we don't talk like that.
I can't hear you.
That's what you meant by we don't talk like that. I thought you meant like he was.
Hold on. I can't hear you.
I think you have to go out and come back in because you got a phone call. Can you hear now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm about to leave and come back in because I can't hear you.
Okay. All right. My. It's a lot going on. Oh, girl. Yes, I want all the tea. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, somebody called my phone. I think I threw it off. But prior to even that mutual friend surprise birthday party, Cameron didn't even know what city I was from. I'm from Ohio. I still have Ohio license plates. So how you walk around saying this person is your good girlfriend? We have known each other. We've known of each other for a while. We've known of each other since June. Like actually had conversations since June. Here it is September. You don't even know what state I'm from. We're not good girlfriends.
So were you not interested in becoming Cam's friend or trying to get to know him better? I mean, you kept showing up to the parties.
At the time, this is my thing. I was open to a friendship. When I even came onto this platform, like I said, prior to me coming onto this platform, I knew of Rico. Me and Rico Katz and I hung out a few times. I knew Rico with a K. We had a good time in Chicago when we did the fashion show. But when I came into this, that night that they were talking about at MSR, I said in front of everybody, I said, I have no friends on this show. I'm open to building friendships, but I have no friends. And also at the spa day, this part was aired. I said to everyone, we were outside after I can't even say I blew up. After I said what I said about Cameron and that fuck letter. When we went outside and I said something but y'all was friends, I said, y'all have this, I don't know what it is about Atlanta, but y'all have this Atlanta mentality of, oh, we hung out, we was on a swing set, so that makes us friends. That doesn't make us friends. When I consider someone my friend, it's because we've been through some shit. And literally, it's one friend of mine that we are close as hell. This nigga, me and him got into it one day, he was pissed. And I just told him it is what it is because he even told me, he was like, but we were friends. I said, I didn't consider you a friend until you picked me up from the hospital. And that's just a friend is not something I'm just going to throw that name out there like that. And also I said that at the networking event, before I even knew me and Cameron was going to have an issue. When I pulled him to a side, I said, you need to stop calling everybody your brother and your friend. I said, friend is a title that is earned, not given. I said that.
You did say that.
Because if you do not know how can you consider someone a friend? You don't even know where I'm from. That's a big part of my life. I've only been in Atlanta 3 years.
But y'all was being friendly, okay?
No,
y'all was hunching.
We was hunching. There's a difference between hunching and friendly. You know there'd be some night, I don't know about you, so I ain't about to say it's you. But you know, somebody will hop on Aunt Jackie real quick at 2:00 in the morning. What's good? When Aunt Jackie hits your phone, that don't mean that y'all friends.
Y'all was on them apps late night.
Exactly. There's a difference.
And y'all kept running into each other.
What is that?
And y'all kept running into each other? Or it was like a reoccurring booty call?
I'm not going to say reoccurring because there was gaps in between. It wasn't like I was over there Monday and the next week on Tuesday. It was gaps in between. But it is what it is. And my thing is, and this is what pisses me off. Oh, you looking for a moment. If I was looking for a moment, I would have said that shit on the fucking camera. When we were fucking arguing. To me, if we were arguing, I would have said, bitch, we weren't friends, I was fucking. Now that would have been a moment.
Oh.
Am I right or am I, like, we know reality TV. If I wanted a moment, that's some shit I would have said while we were filming.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that you were looking for a moment and you were waiting for an opportunity to turn on Cam because, you know, he did put it out there that you guys were good girlfriends. So at the spa day, it did sort of look like you were just waiting to let people know, like, I don't fuck with Cam like that.
And you know what? I can respect why it would look like that. I can completely respect why it would look like that. But I'm gonna bring you back to me because honestly, this is my fault. Why people don't know the real side of me because when I came onto this platform, my mindset was not being known. My mindset was my brand being known. I did not request any personal scenes. This season, you will not see any personal scenes from JAE AMOUR. All my stuff was working scenes, unless someone else was like, hey, let's do a scene about da-da-da, whatever. So because of that, y'all don't get to know the real me. So this is why I flip like that. One, when I growing up, I was bullied a lot. Hated going to school. I was always the one that was picked on, stuff like that. So when I got older, my thing was I'm not gonna let anyone bully me, and I'm not gonna let anyone bully anyone that's around me. When me and Oliver decided to do that spa event together, when I started that spa event, I took my time, and you know, because you want to chase some reality. They don't pay for our events. Anything that we do, they tell us what time and who's invited and what time do we need to show up. And how does this play into your storyline? That's it. They don't help with finance. And that's not their job to do that. No shade. It's not their job. But I'm saying this to make a point. If I come out and I plan an event with Oliver, This is no shade on anyone else's on this show, but I heard this from multiple people, even cast members. I have never went to an event that was this put together, this nice, and no cast member opened their wallet. Everyone else has done events, and they be like, "Oh, like you remember? Like I don't know if y'all remember, but last season, Dre was like, I paid $45 for my lobster tail. No one paid a dime for that spot, man. But y'all got custom robes, custom champagne glasses, y'all got picture frames, quotes, spa day, food, alcohol. Everything was covered by me and Oliver. Me and Oliver, baby. Now I say I'm booked. Oliver's booked times 2. He produces 2 shows, WeTV. And he produces the T.S. Madison show. Plus, he has other stuff that he does. So if he's taking time out of his day, I'm taking time out of my day, making time. Not even taking time out, making time to plan out an event of this magnitude. This was not an Airbnb. This was a $2.7 million home that I had to finagle to be able to get.
Okay.
Hey, friend, call your friend, so we can use this house so we can have a nice event, whatever. All this
Then they out there fighting.
that shit costs time and money. Y'all saw everybody had quotes, and those quotes were personalized to stuff that they were going through, stuff that was motivating towards them. That took time out. That ain't no shit of let me find a cute club song that match how you feel. That shit takes time, energy, and effort. So if I'm doing all of this and taking out my money and my time, which now takes even more money because now I'm not taking on certain clients because I have another project that I'm working on that I could have busted out because I do multiple drag queen stuff. So I could have busted out some little quick 1-2 numbers and made some quick money. I'm taking all this time out now to work on this event. And you come and you send some fuck shit. Now let's talk about what he said. Prior to at Rico with a K's event, me and him was at Rico with a K's press release. We were not filmed because we were not really supposed to be there. I was there on business because it was a press release, and we were going to cover him for the magazine that I was editor-in-chief of at the time. I don't know why Cameron was there. He was there. I don't know. So, no, that's no shade. I'm just saying I don't know what capacity he was there for. I just know he was there. He might have just been there supporting. I don't know. But he wasn't on call sheet, so that's why we were not filmed. He pulled me to the side and he said, "Girl, production being messy. They want me to send you some black roses to your event, and I'm just letting you know it's gonna be. They want me to shade you." I said, "Well, girl, why you tell me?" So I was like, "Why did you tell me that?" I said, "I could have had a real reaction," but I was like, "Okay, well, I guess you just want to let me know so that it ain't no real shit between me and you. It's just some fake shit that production started up." So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so you put production putting 2 designers against each other. Okay, whatever, I guess. Mind you, I've never been on Chasing Atlanta. The previous show that I was on, that's some shit that they would do. Now that I have filmed an entire season with production, I don't feel like that's some shit they would do. Because Andario just be like, when y'all filming? He don't do no shit like that. Andario don't create drama.
They
However,
don't do
the previous
that.
show I was on,
That's all
they
like.
created hellified drama. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so production putting the 2 designers against each other, whatever. So when the flowers came, I already told Andario. I said, "Andario, I'm not supposed to know about these flowers, but I need to talk to you because I need to schedule my revenge scene because this is what I got planned." And he was like, "What?" I said, "I'm not supposed to know about the black roses that are coming." He was like, "Girl." And I was like, "Yeah." He told me about the black roses. So this is what I want to do. I said, when y'all have this because he already said he was not coming. I said, so when you have this recap scene, well, what I want to do is I need y'all to make sure it's in a public place because I'm going to have 6 models come down with sickening black outfits that are made out of rose material. And I'm going to say, now, whose career really deserves black roses? And I'm going to challenge him to a fashion versus battle. So in my mind, I'm like, let's make it cute for the show. You know what I mean? Because that'd be some cute shit, right? Bitch, I even bought the material. So when I'm setting up for the spa day and Andario brings in the roses and they're sitting on the counter, my first thing to Andario, I said, why ain't they black? Because I was pissed because they were supposed to be black and I ordered black roses that was already made, material that was made out of black roses. So I'm like, girl, he couldn't afford to get the damn black roses black. I was like, can we get some spray paint or something real quick? Because this is messing up my comeback scene. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like in a whole nother mindset. I didn't go over and read the letter. I was like, child, bye. So I'm just, at this point, I'm like, I done wasted $300 of my fucking material that I ain't even gonna be able to use. Fuck, I was over it. But I'm still like, whatever, we gonna keep it cute. It is what it is. That's what, in my mind, that's what's going on. So We do the whole spa day. Ain't nobody paid attention to them damn roles. They was sitting there the whole entire fucking time. So Oliver starts reading the letter, and I'm like, bitch, hold on. You disrespecting other people in this damn room. This ain't got shit to do with me. So now I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Because you ain't tell me you was disrespecting nobody else at my shit. Because then I would have, because if he would have said that, I would have stopped him right there in his tracks and said, no. If you're going to throw shade at somebody, throw shade at me, and we'll figure out a way to make it work. You didn't tell me you was going to plan on shading the whole group. Because at that time, I was still cool with even though me and Troy had a little situation, it wasn't major to me, at the whole networking thing. I was cool with everybody. But with you coming in, and I had already been told that you was telling people that me and you were close. Now you coming in, it looks like I'm already going to know what's going on. Because one of these flyers have been sitting here the whole fucking time. Then you disrespecting people at my event when I went out of my way to make sure people felt comfortable. It was a relaxation moment, down to the quotes like, oh, okay, well, this is what I'm going through. Yeah, you know, I'm going to be good, whatever. I'm getting rubbed on, food, all this shit. I'm going out of my motherfucking way. Me and Oliver going out our way. And then you take that time to disrespect somebody at my shit. Now, bring back what I said earlier about me being bullied. I flipped back. I was triggered. People like to use that word. Yes, I was triggered. I brought back how I used to feel when people used to pick on me on shit. So I snapped.
But in that moment, it sort of felt like you was picking on Ike because you knew that Ike is Cameron's friend. So how does that work?
No.
Make that make sense, friend.
With that situation, like I said, you gotta remember certain things are on the cutting room floor. If you go back before I addressed Ike and I was throwing away the roses and I was throwing away in fact, I'm about to pull it up so you can hear because it's easy to find because on Chasing Realities Instagram page. Please like and subscribe to the Instagram page if you don't already.
Okay, yes, definitely subscribe to Chasing Reality on Instagram. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put their Instagram link up since I got it right here. Okay.
I want y'all to tell me what y'all hear over everything. Whose voice is this? As I am throwing away this shit in the goddamn trash can.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pin it in the comment.
Hold on, words. All you hear is Ike saying, but Jay. He kept trying to put his 2 cents in there. So that's why he got, oh shit, I just turned off the damn thing. Oh shit, hold on.
I'm having an event on.
Yep.
Also,
hold on.
let's move forward. This Friday raise nothing but peace and negativity, internet drama, and someone else's shadow. But you want me to be in your shadow because you want me to be your ghost designer. Don't send negativity to my event. That's not.
Do you hear him keep saying, but Jay? So what y'all did not see before that was that he said.
And so that's why you were so quick to read him.
Before that, what the part that was cut out is he was like, but Jay, you and Cameron are friends. I said, we're not friends. But you go tell your friend this and make sure that you get it exactly how I say it. That's the part that was cut out. Now, granted, at the end of the day, regardless if he was saying, but Jay, whatever, I was wrong. I shouldn't have took that shit on Ike. And I apologized to Ike at that event. It was off camera, and I will give him an apology on camera. But I have said this several times on anything I have said. I apologize to Ike. And I will apologize on camera because I feel like if I disrespect you on camera, I owe you an apology on camera. So I will apologize when I see Ike at the reunion. I will tell him, yes, I apologize, even though I've already apologized in private. I will publicly apologize to you because I shouldn't have took it out on you. And even though, because when I snapped, I snapped. And it is what it is. I snapped.
So that's why you reacted the way that you did, because you and Cameron are not friends like that. Like y'all was never friends like that. So did you start fucking Cameron because you thought he would help you get on the show?
This is the thing. When you met him, I thought it would help me get on the show.
But when you met him, didn't you know he was on the show?
I knew he was on the show. I dressed him for the reunion. But this is the thing. If I didn't even tell you that I was applying for the show, how does it help me get on the show? If I didn't even want to apply to be on the show. And you were on, I believe you was on TTB's live last night.
Mm-hmm.
You was on there. D. Rashawn was managing me at the time. And she backed what I said. I did not want to apply for season 5. I originally did not want to apply. She convinced me over and over and over and over and over again to go ahead and apply for season 5. Granted, I am very happy that I did apply because Chase Atlanta has definitely. I just sent the invoice off to Disney this morning to be paid.
Ooh,
So
I know
yes,
that's right.
like granted, I am very happy that I ended up on Chase.
But how does Cameron know that you were rejected twice?
Because I said it publicly. I am very much an open book. I said that publicly, and I said that on the live with me and Oliver when we did the after show. I said I applied for season 2 and season 3 and didn't make it. I'm not one of the people who hide what they do, and I think that's what Cameron thought. Cameron thought I wouldn't say, "Oh, I fucked Cameron." I fucked them. At the end of the day, whether I did it and I regret it, whether I did it and I liked it, whether I did it and enjoyed it, at the end of the day, is what I did, and it made me who I am today. So I'm not about to sit here and hide and say, "Oh no, I didn't do that. I hope nobody say it." No, bitch, I applied for season 2 and 3. I said that shit publicly. In fact, after I don't know if it was after I said it, before I said it, Dario did an interview, and he was even like, I don't think Jay will be upset if I said this, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. But he applied for season 2 and season 3. It's not a secret. I don't care. I am very open about my life. Like, literally, the stuff that I went through on the show, y'all going to hear about it. Y'all think my life is grand. It's not. And I am very transparent as fuck. If anybody asks me what my situation is, I'll tell them. But Rico with a K says all the time, you are one of the people that you would never know what you're going through if you didn't tell us. Because I don't care. But my thing is, I'm an open book, and I'm gonna let somebody know because somebody is watching, is in the same position that I am, and I don't want them to think, oh, he made it, he has it easy. No, baby, I'm still struggling. I'm still busting.
That's how I am too. What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay, no, I'm a Cancer. But yeah, I'm like that too. Like when I be going through stuff, people wouldn't even know. So you didn't want Cameron to be your storyline. I think that's kind of why you withheld the fact that you knew him in a different way. You didn't want that to be your storyline, correct?
No, and to be honest, this whole storyline thing has gotten out of hand, and I'm going to be honest. And like I said, I could be wrong. I'm one of the people I can say if I'm wrong. Cameron has filmed more scenes talking about me than I have about him at this point. Let's just be real. When I came into this shit, I filmed all of my scenes have been working scenes. I don't do personal scenes. If I wanted Cameron to be a storyline, I would have filmed more personal scenes. Y'all ain't seen no personal scene from me. Y'all have only seen working scenes. My intro scene at the studio with my former mentor, Rico Chappelle, who I still call. I can't say former, he still mentors me every now and then. If I need something, I'll call him and he'll answer. So therefore, all my scenes have been working scenes. So if I wanted to use you as a storyline, I would need to go into a personal direction. If I'm not going into a personal direction, how does that make sense? But yet, that was the only time that you saw me talk about Cameron. My blow up. I'm gonna be real. Y'all ain't seen me blow up yet, but y'all will this season on Chasing Atlanta. So that spot it was not a blow up. However, that was it. Y'all haven't seen me talk about Cameron yet. Cameron talked about me when he sat down with Ike, which of course that had to be talked about because I said what I said at the spa day. Next event was the HIV event. Cameron was like, "Child, Jay over there in the corner, he not speaking to me because he feeling some type of way." Boo, you're making me into your storyline. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I was so quiet at that event, and you can even verify with your cast members, because Hershey was there. I really didn't speak to anybody until after the event. My uncle died that morning. Cameron knew my uncle died because, and this is no shade, and I'm very thankful for Cameron for doing this. Cameron was the only person who reached out and sent his condolences on the cast. The only one who reached out to me and gave his condolences. So my mindset is not on y'all partying. If y'all even low back to that HIV event, y'all don't even see me really around anybody. I'm by myself because my mindset is I'm here to help Troy because I promised I would help him and I'm a person of my word. So I still came through and helped you with your event. But my mind, I'm not here. My uncle passed away this morning. So I'm off on my own. There was twice that I had to walk out because I was crying. When I started performing Wish She Was Here, I walked out because I was having an emotional moment. Like I started crying. I wish she was here. My uncle just died. I can't hear this for shit right now. It ain't had nothing to do with you. But you feeding this in and continue to build your storyline. I have never posted, other than when I said this is a whole bunch of lies on my Instagram. Cameron has repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over made posts, took time to build the little clip that y'all just saw. Y'all ain't see me do none of that shit for fucking Cameron. Why? Because he's not a part of my storyline. But you're making this into something that it doesn't have to be. So fast forward to last night's sit down. When we came into filming, I'm sitting there. He comes in. We are literally laughing and kikiing, cracking up because the way Dario, I was like, Dario. He's like, Dario, now why you got to set up like the conversation from Zoo? So we sitting there cracking up,
Okay.
laughing. And I was like, girl, because it ain't gonna be that deep. He was like, right, this is not that deep. We laughing and everything. The minute the cameras come on, so I'm sitting there, I'm looking like,
yeah, because that's what that was exactly what I was about to ask you. Because at the spa day, it seemed like you wanted all the smoke. You did put on the scene at the spa day, like you blew up at the spa day.
and I
You
will
threw
say
the
that, I will say
roses
that because
in the
like
trash.
I said, I will say that. No, hell no. I still would have threw that shit in the trash even if I was calm. Because my thing is, I don't do negative shit.
But
So any type
during
of
the
negativity, I'm throwing
conversation,
that
it
shit
seems
the fuck
like it was like crickets. Like he shut you down, and you was just sitting there like.
Because I was stuck. When I tell you I was stuck at first, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I'm gonna be honest. At first, I was like, in fact, you can verify this with Hershey because me and Hershey talked about it at Will's house. Because I was pissed off and I'm like, y'all, I have to sit down with Cameron tomorrow. And I said, if I sit down, shit. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, because somebody called me, so it just messed up. I said, if I sit down with Cameron, I'm trying to figure out if I should play this shit calm, should I go off, or what should I do? I really don't know. Hershey said, I think you should just go in there with a calm mind, just have a conversation, see what happens, whatever. I said, you know what, cool. So because I am a shady bitch, and I know I'm shady, and I will say shit that was shady that I don't intend to be shady, and I don't know it's shady till I hear the shit back. I literally called my mama and my stepmom on the way to film it. I said, if I say it like this, how does it sound? Jay, that still sounds shady. Okay, so what if I phrase it like this? How does it sound? Jay, that still sounds shady. How about this? No, phrase it like this, and that way it don't sound shady. So when me and Cameron sat down, I said, Cameron, I really don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I said, I did not like that, whatever. I'm trying to be calm and cool with this nigga as he starts flipping off on camera. So I'm really sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? Because you was just, what the hell? And now you being extra. So I'm completely thrown like, bitch, you just flipped the switch. Like, we were just laughing at Keehan. The minute Dario said, we're rolling, now you turned up. I'm confused. Because I'm the type of person, I don't talk to nobody until I calm the fuck down. Because if I don't calm down, y'all will see the version that y'all saw at the spa day and what y'all will see later on in the season. Because y'all have not seen me blow up yet. I will say that. So I was just like, the fuck type of shit is this? I was completely confused. That's why I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm bothered. And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, baby, you tripping. I'm confused.
My. Wow. So you say that people be putting on for the camera. So at this time, speaking of people putting on for the camera, I'm just gonna go through the cast of Chasing Atlanta, and you could just tell me if yes or no, if that person is putting on for the camera, if that's who they are, in real life.
Who?
In your opinion, the whole cast.
Okay.
Period. So let's start with Cameron. Okay, you said Cameron be flip flopping. He would switch it up for the camera.
And this is why I say this, because everybody keeps saying I'm flip flopping, but I want y'all to pay attention. My story, that things I have said have never changed. Cameron has went from that's my good Judy to I'm talking about things that have been aired. That's my good Judy to we were building a friendship. You got to pick one, sis. Then you go from I never knew this was Jay's event to I pulled Jay aside and told him I'm sending you something before your event. He knew what I was sending. Then yesterday you say you didn't tell me exactly what you were sending, but you told me what you were sending. Cameron, you ain't changed. Everything I've said has stayed the same. What you have said has changed. Cameron's putting on for the show.
Okay. What about Oliver?
Oliver's real.
Okay. What about Kendra and Wayne?
Oh, baby, I love me some Kendra. Kendra can't do no. I'm sorry, Kendra can't do no wrong. I love me some Kendra.
Okay. What about? Hold on, I'm trying to get the cast list right in front of me so I don't be skipping around like this. Rico Cassadine.
Rico is Rico.
Okay, Dominique.
I don't. It's okay. It's hard for me to say this, and this is why I say this. I don't feel like he's putting on for the show, but Dominique is very protective of his friends, like very protective. So when you see him on the show and he's overly protective of his friends, that's him. Him outside and we can be out kicking and having a drink, whatever. It's not so much of I'm protecting my friends from the camera, from the bullshit. So I don't want to say he's being fake on camera, but it's because a lot of people, he gets a lot of flack for shit that he do. But with me now seeing him after seeing the show on the previous season, actually knowing him personally, it's not all this hype that makes it look like on TV.
Okay, what about Rico with a K?
Rico with a K is the same 24/7.
Drew Friday.
This season on Chasing Atlanta, you will see a lot.
My. Troy Tag did it.
To me, honestly, Troy says what his things is online on TV. So it's like Troy is Troy.
Okay, what about Ike?
I honestly think Ike puts on for the camera, and I say that because one, and this is not just because he's camera's friend. Because I will say it's about Ike 24/7. Ike is one of the most talented singers you will ever meet. That boy got more talent in his left thumb than half these people who are signed. However, the problem that a lot of people have in this group is that they ride for their friends too hard. Because for you to sit there and say you saw me at Cameron's house 4 times, 5 times, then it jumped to 6 times, and you've only seen me at his house once, no, we can't do that. So you riding too hard for your friend, and it's turnout it's not working in your favor. So that I don't like. So that's what I'm gonna say. At certain moments, I feel like he can be putting on for the show.
My.
Certain moments.
What about Willa?
Oh baby, Willa is Willa. Willa will tell you how she is 24/7.
Okay.
Willa will pop off you on camera, and in private, Willa is Willa. And that, honey, I love me some Willa. Willa is gonna be Willa.
Period. What about Aaron?
Okay, so this thing, Aaron doesn't put on for the show, but Aaron is very quiet on the show, and Aaron is not. Aaron is very goofy as fuck. Like, I think it's the exact opposite. I think Aaron turns down on camera. And because of the stuff that y'all will find out, some of the stuff that he's been through, I understand it. Y'all find out this season. But Aaron is funny as fuck. Like, Aaron is goofy as shit. Aaron is the epitome of a boy. Like, he will do some shit. Like, Aaron will laugh at himself, all types of shit. But you really don't get to see, at least from what I know, you really don't get to see that side of Aaron. Because Aaron seems very reserved. And Aaron is goofy as fuck.
My. And what about yourself? Is you putting on for the cameras or what? No, this is you.
Now, I will say this. Y'all will see me flip. And when I flip, best believe it's not because of cameras. It's because that's generally how I feel. But if y'all thought I flipped out the spot, y'all ain't seen shit yet.
My. Now, in the comments, somebody said, ask him about Carl. Now, who is Carl?
Carl is a social media person. He's very well known. He's also a rapper. He is on, I'm not sure what show he's on currently, but he's been on other reality shows. Carl, the text message that Dominique brought up, I always sit right on over that. The text message that Dominique brought up was between me, Carl, and my former management at the time, which Carl was a part of also. So that's who Carl is.
No, former manager.
So what questions did they have about that?
My. You know what? Are you open to taking some questions? We could drop the link.
No, because baby, I don't really do lives like this. I would say
anything y'all got to ask? Anything that you said don't drop the link?
Huh?
You said don't drop the link?
Link for what?
The people to ask questions.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all can come up, y'all can ask me anything y'all want. But if you are disrespectful, I will cut you the fuck out. I won't answer.
And I will drop them down immediately.
If you come on, you can ask me any question. As long as you do it respectfully, I am willing to answer.
Well, the link is in the comments if anybody has any questions. So you said something about Cameron using fashion as a storyline And a lot of people said that, Cameron did fashion, but he also has a lot of other things going on, which he is a lot of areas that he's growing in. Are you holding that against Cameron because you looked up to him as, this fashion guy, and then you meet him and then he's not really the fashion guy you thought he was from season 1?
I don't look up to Cameron. And
Well, you
that's
said
no
that you were a
shade.
fan of the show.
I was a fan of the show, yes, and I supported him. But look up to him is a completely different situation. And that's no shade. Now, my thing is this: it's nothing against being well versed and having multiple streams of income, because there's no billionaire out here who does not have multiple streams of income. Hell, I have a wine line that has absolutely nothing to do with fashion, but but my thing is, whatever you say that you're going to do, stick to it. And that's not shade. That's something that I tell my friends all the time. I'm like, because I have friends like that. And y'all may see, I don't know how things are going to be edited, what's going to be shown later on in the season, but y'all will get to see some of the personal side of me at the literally one of my last scenes. Y'all will get to see the type of friends that I have and the type of things that I went through, and why it takes me so long to call people friends. Because for that, if you say that you do something, do it. But one minute you're this, one minute you're a fashion designer, next minute you're a club promoter, you this. Next season you making beats with Dr. Dre. The weekend after that, you're a club promoter. The weekend after that, you starting a restaurant. And this is my thing. There is nothing against people who don't know what they want to do yet. And that's fine, because we all have those times in our life. Because literally, I started in the medical field. I had no plans on being a fashion designer. But that's where I ended up being, and I'm good at it. But don't say that you're something if you're not actively going to go for it. And if you are going to go for it and you decide to change fields or decide not to do it, then stop saying it. Because granted, have I done makeup in the past? Yep. Have I been paid to do makeup? Yep. Have I been flown out to do makeup on television shows? Yep. Do I call myself a makeup artist now? Nope. There's a difference. Period. And that's where the issue comes into play of whatever you say you're going to do, then do it. If you're going to say, oh, I'm a fashion designer, oh, I do fashion, show us. You have been on this platform for 5 years, and you brag about being the one who has been on here for 5 years. I've been on here the longest, but this is no shade. It's just honest. You've been on here for 5 years, but you also have done the least. Because for you have to been on here for 5 years and people still say, what does Cameron do? For you to have been on here for 5 years and on episode 1 opening scene, Kendra says, oh, Cameron's back. I'm surprised. That says something. And my thing is, a storyline itself could be, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in life. Multiple people are there in life, so show us that. But don't sit here and tell me, oh, I'm a fashion designer, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a club promoter, I'm a party promoter. You got to pick one. What are you going to say that you're doing before you do it? Because at this point, it's like, I woke up, I had a dream, I'm going to be a makeup artist, so I'm telling everybody I'm a makeup artist, but I ain't never touched a makeup brush. It don't work like that.
And we're going to talk more about everything that you do, because I definitely want to ask you more about your heels that you're creating, your wine line, and we want to figure out more about your fashions, like what's next for JAE AMOUR. You got some people lined up backstage to ask you questions, so let's take these questions, and then we'll get into what you do before we let you go.
Now, like I said, don't be disrespectful. Y'all gonna get chopped out.
Okay, destined to be great. You got a question?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Great.
Yeah, I have a question. It's for JAE AMOUR. I don't know if you watched the season. I think it was last season. For Troy's birthday party, and I think Lauren didn't show up, and she left a note that kind of like started the fight, and it happened in the past episode. Well, at the spot date with you, when he did the note with the flower. Do you like how much do you feel like that's production, and how much do you feel like it's a personal
Because
way to try to
okay,
start something?
so I can tell y'all without a shadow of doubt that had nothing to do with production. I actually, how can I say this sentiment? I actually know about the conversation prior to the flowers being sent out. I mean the it being sent or whatever. So that had absolutely nothing to do with production. So that I can say that for a fact because I actually know about the conversation that happened with that. So that had nothing to do with production.
Okay, because here and there people be saying, they kind of, set stuff up, so like certain stuff that happened, but
right. But the one thing I can tell you about this is the one thing, and I can see why people would say that from a viewer standpoint. And I'm glad you brought that up because what had me cracking up was people was like, that was so iconic when he said that. I was like, no, it's iconic when Lauren said it, but not when he said it. The thing is, Dario, baby, when I tell you Dario is one of the smartest people out here, he is not going to pull the same stunt twice, especially with the people who are watching this show. And that's all I can honestly say without really saying a lot. But people who have watched this show, have eyes on this show, they're not going to take the opportunity or the chance on it being the same thing twice.
Okay, well, yeah, that was just a strange coincidence. I mean,
no, but yeah, I will say this: Lauren is very iconic to the Chasing Reality brand.
Yeah.
So they say imitation is the biggest form of flattery. So let's just say Lauren left her mark, and the girls are trying. Because I will also say this is not the first time that you will see a Lauren stunt being pulled this season. I'm just gonna say Lauren did a lot, and she left a high bar that no one has been able to touch.
Yeah. Well, other than that, that's all I have. But King Pain, we just looking to we just need some more period pools and pussy hoe can never or whatever.
Okay. Period. All right. We got more people with questions. Talk to you soon. Hey, eating with China. What's going on? You got a question?
China, what you eating?
I got some rib tips, fried rib tips. Y'all want some?
Drop your pen. I'm coming to get a plate.
Oh no, I'm a caterer. Please Google me. Eating with China Boo. Listen, I just want to say, first of all, babe, I love you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Why? I'm talking about you.
Oh, not me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, him right now. Listen, I've been following you since you was on the Armand and you started out. Listen, I just want to say I love you. I follow you. I fuck with you. And babe, you over there, I love you too. Listen, when y'all want to eat, listen, I look at this shit. So when y'all want to eat, just Google me and I get somebody over there to y'all.
Where you located?
In Atlanta, stop. Right on the street from the Marquette. I'll be at the Marquette tonight. Pull up. I'm sorry.
Don't play.
I love you, Wayne.
I'm jealous, fool. I wish I lived in Atlanta because I love to eat.
Well, hold on. Where you live at? Because I can ship it to you.
I live in Los Angeles.
I can ship my sauce to you. And then I can cash up you something to go get you some seafood and you make it do what it do.
Oh, this sounds lit. Okay.
Listen, I'm her. I love you guys.
Love you
I'm
too.
coming to see you tonight. I will be at the Quake.
Okay, I'll be at the Marquette. You see me, look at my eyes. And they mine. Chocolate.
Okay.
Love you, babes.
Love you. Period. Anyone else with questions before we get out of here? Okay, so JAE AMOUR, tell us more. There was a couple more people, but I guess they dropped down. Tell us more about your heels that are coming out. You want them to have gold bottoms.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. The shoes should have been out, but baby, I got that sample in the mail.
Oh.
And I said, oh no, she don't look right. She don't look right. So we have to send her back because honestly, the shoes were supposed to be out already. That I honestly want them to drop the first of the year, but I'm very big on quality. Some people would have bought them, but I'm big on quality, so they had to go back.
Absolutely.
I am still working on some stuff to finalize everything, but the shoes definitely will be coming out. I'm waiting on a shipment that'll be here in about a week, and if that sample hits right, y'all will definitely see something by the time of the reunion.
I know that's right.
As far as my line coming out, we have a lot. Okay, hold on, we got a viewer.
We got a question. Safian Jawan, what's going on?
I didn't even know you was interviewing him. He's next on my list. But how you doing, Jay?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing fine. What we drinking tonight?
See, I used to be a wine connoisseur, but dealing with this group, I don't have to mix a hard
Oh,
alcohol with my wine. So right now, I'm doing a strawberry. Y'all told y'all I'm bougie. I'm bougie, but I'm cheap too. So I had this
I'm bougie
strawberry,
too. It's
sweet
fine
strawberry wine that I
to a
get from
certain
Aldi's. That's
extent.
$3 a bottle. It's really really good. And I'm mixing it with some Hennessy.
ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little Hennessy strawberry wine. It's really really good.
I'm good.
Mm-mm.
It's a lituation. I said lituation. Let me
I'm
get
not a
one.
wine
Ooh,
person nor
it's
a liquor
lit,
person.
lit. Ooh, do you have any questions for Jay Moore?
I got one. I got this to say. I love your confessionals, the way you talk, and then when you talk fast and you'll look the other way, and then you'll just be talking. Like I remember you
You said when
like
I talk what?
Cameron's
I look
always
the other
saying
way.
this that. Yeah, you be like Cameron's always saying something like that. You're like, that's my brother, all that other stuff. And then you'll be like, how you gonna sit here and say talking about you want to be like, oh, I'm chasing the bag and da da. Bitch, no, you're not. I just think it's funny. Can you keep doing that at least for me? Like, can you just do that and do like that little stuff that you do when you lean and you be like, that's my brother.
I'll be honest.
You
I didn't
know,
know I did that.
I
Like
just
the
think
Like if
it's
way
I'm gonna
that
keep
funny.
you
doing it, it's
dress
natural.
on the
No, I did.
show, is that the way that you dress in real life? Or are you just giving that for the show because you're a designer?
Say that one more time.
The way that you dress on the show, is that the way that you dress in real life, everyday life? If when you go to the club, is that your nightlife attire, or is that just what you give because you're a designer? You want people to know that I design.
It's a mix. I'm be honest. One, I don't go out like that. So if I go out, I do get dressed, and I have learned to start wearing my own stuff because I'm my walking billboard. That's the quickest way to make some money.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. If y'all see me 9 to 5, I'm wearing sweats. I am wearing sweats.
Uh-huh.
Like my manager be like, Jay got on his business sweats today. I have sweats that say Jay Amore, and I will keep it pushing. Y'all can't tell me nothing about my sweats and my Pumas. That's all I need. Listen.
Oh, we got so much in common because I got a stack of
Mm-mm.
lituation shirts and I got a stack of sweatpants to grow. When I'm
But
not
I'll be
on
honest,
camera,
you know who I actually learned that from? Because honestly, I used to just wear sweats. But Rico with a K is smart as fuck. So if y'all ever watch him, most of the time he's wearing a sweatshirt that says Rico with a K top on. And I said, how about this bitch doing free advertisement? I'm putting JMR on every goddamn thing I wear from now on.
okay, period.
You got any like mint stuff?
Yes, okay, so I do men's. Um Fuck it, this is chasing reality people, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all exclusive. So my men's line will be out. Y'all will see it before the end of the season. By the end of the season.
Oh, I
Okay.
know that's right. I
I
think
got
I might
one
be missing
question.
out.
I got another question though. This is probably gonna come off messy, but I nobody asked this ever.
That's fine. I said I was answering all questions tonight.
And this is not me, we'll have our own little conversation, we have our own interview. But don't take this the wrong way. When you and Cam were going back and forth, no. When he sent the flowers,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the hell that shit he did, and then you got mad, and then you said something about you didn't want no negative stuff at your event. You felt like he was bringing negative energy, so you corrected it in your own way, and how you did it. How come nobody jumped on Dominique when he brought the negative energy by starting with Wayne and ruined the whole vibe at the
Okay,
fly
so
day?
that's a good question because a lot of people have asked that. So I'm thankful that you asked that because honestly, I would have addressed that, but I forgot. But a lot of people have asked that. So this is the thing. At the end of the day, we filming the show, so not everything gonna be kumbaya. Them already knew was coming because literally beforehand they was going back and forth on Instagram all week long. So I knew it was coming. Now, granted, at the event, they were literally next. Like, not, they weren't kikiing with each other, but they were next to each other without any issue. Once that once that letter came, that changed the whole mood of the event. And I'm not going to front. My reaction added to the change of mood in the event, but we already knew that was coming. And also, I said, I don't know if this part was aired or not, so I'm not gonna say it was aired because I don't know if it was aired. But I said, this is some bitch ass shit for you to send some shit when you 4,000 miles away, but you ain't had nothing to say when you was in these bitches' faces. I can respect.
Was he
someone.
really 4,000 miles away, or did it just make it look like
I
he
don't know if it
wasn't?
was
He was still in
4,000
the same
miles.
area.
I'm clearly exaggerating with miles. I don't know how far he was. He was in Miami. I don't know where. I don't know how many miles that is, but he was not in the state of Georgia. So you send some fuck shit when you're not in the state of Georgia. But when you were at the networking event with these people, and I had you in the room when it was you, him, and Dominique, you didn't have all this energy and throwing all this shit. So that was my thing. Now, we already knew that shit was going to happen, and we already knew it was going to go left. Because, like, even when I filmed the scene with the shoe line, I had Dario asked me afterwards, he was like, "Nah, no, this is your first full time having a group event. But I just need you to know there's going to be drama." And I was like, "China, I already know because I done seen the Instagram. I know what's going back and forth." But I will say this: when I set the mood for that, and this part was not aired, but I gave Wayne a lot of respect because Wayne said, "I'm not going to do this here at this event." And that's what a lot of people overlook. Because my thing is, when you taking time out to do events, and even I try to throw shade at me when I told him I'm not coming to your event because I don't want to fuck up your event because I'm gonna go to fuck off on camera. That was some real shit. But then you talk shit on me on my green screen about, oh, now you talking about you not coming because of camera, it ain't that deep. But then you had some shit to say about Willow.
Who said that?
That's what Ike said in his confessional. He was like, "Oh, so when I said that I'm not coming to your event unless I talk to Cameron first, because I'm not gonna come to somebody else's event and fuck up their shit, because I know this shit ain't free. We paying this shit out of our pockets. Whether you a bitch with coin, and I'm not saying Ike broke because he's not, but when you spending your coin, I'm not gonna fuck up your shit to say some shit and start some drama at your event. But yet, but Ike turned around and went off on Willa for addressing some shit, talking about some, you should have did that shit at home before you got here. But when I said I wasn't going to address some shit, you want to be shady. You got to pick one. So we already knew that situation was coming. That's why I ain't addressed it. They did that shit outside. It was
See,
over
now
real
if I
quick.
was you, and I understand that, but if we got no negative vibes, everybody asses would have been lit. Because it would have been like, okay, y'all saying fuck my money, fuck what I did, fuck what me and Oliver did. So I'm like, okay, fuck these flowers, fuck this letter, fuck y'all argument, fuck y'all feelings. Out.
But you know
That's what I would have
what?
did.
At the end of the day, I'm a real ass bitch, and I have to be honest. Although I spazzed the fuck out, I added to it. I could have took that shit and just put that shit aside and snatched that letter when Oliver was reading and throw that shit in the garbage disposal and say, okay, next topic. And it would have been done. But because I blew up and I added to it, I had to sit back and eat what I also created. So yes, Cameron started that fire, but all I did was throw lighting matches on it. And that's just being real. Because although
I mean,
I was in
yeah.
my feelings and I had the right to be in my motherfucking feelings, I still added to that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but you wasn't the only one though. I still feel like y'all should have told him now was not the time. Like, you went off and all that other stuff. But him going back and forth with Wayne, even though I understand why Dominique was mad, he had every right to. Because, like I said, Wayne's not innocent. But I just feel like it should have been all across the board. Everybody don't bring no fuck shit. If y'all gonna do that, even though Wayne was adult enough to get up and remove himself, and he was still going on and on, and nobody was telling him to shut up. Like he's
No,
gone.
I will say
Let's not
this.
even talk about
I will
that.
say this. It was aired that no one told him to shut up. But at that event, they
How
both
all this
were
shit y'all
trying to
doing?
calm them down.
Y'all doing all this and it's not even being aired.
No, because you have to remember, the spa day was literally about 6 hours. Dario did a good ass job chopping that shit up to make y'all at least get the major shit. Because y'all have to realize, if we were to air everything that was filmed, y'all be like, God dang. Because literally, even the episode last night, it was so much shit that went on in that episode. But I understand Dario couldn't show everything that was aired. That episode would have been 3 hours long, and we would have had a part 2, part 3, part B of a club performance. So like, you have to just cut out. I'm giving you the meats and potatoes. So that's one thing that a lot of times people don't understand as viewers. Y'all get the meat and potatoes. Y'all not getting the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the greens, the macaroni and cheese. We giving y'all the main course, so y'all understand the gist of what happened. Because there was a lot of shit that me and Cameron talked about. Granted, That shit was on the cutting room floor because it ain't need to be aired. Like y'all got the gist of the conversation. Because we was in that room for 15 minutes. I don't even think that we had a 15-minute conversation on camera. We probably filmed for about an hour. We got to give y'all the most important parts, or y'all gonna be like, "Bitch, this thing too goddamn long."
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that y'all always got to remember when watching. Is sometimes
and there's a lot of characters this season too.
A lot, because you got the main
See, that would have
cast
pissed me off.
for the first time ever. They got B cast, and B
That would
cast
have
is really
pissed me
still
off.
a main cast.
Oh, B cast is
See,
shaking shit up. Okay, Rico Cassadine, this motherfucker shaking shit up, thumping,
Yeah.
tumbling,
I was really
macing
shocked
the
that he was
girls.
B-cast.
Hey,
I was really shocked because I
he
really
said
thought he
the
would be
same
A
thing. He
cast.
said he was shocked that he was B and you was A. He said he said that shocked him.
He said that I was A. He said he was shocked that I was A.
Yo,
I'm not gonna say that. I was shocked that certain people did make A, but I really thought Cassadine would have been main cast because Cassadine did a lot this season. Not just drama wise, but work wise. I have a lot of respect for Cassadine. Like when I see that nigga works, like when he shot his music video, and I tell you he was running back. We gotta make this shit work. We gotta I give him a lot of respect when it comes to his brand.
Yeah, because I told Rico, I said he
very
was like the
talented.
best addition. I told Rico he was the best addition to the cast, and I think all y'all call. I think this is one of the best seasons. That's going
And
to
see,
eat
I agree with
season
that.
three
Now,
because
I'm
season
not
three was
saying
one of
that
the
because
best
I'm on
seasons.
cast, so please don't just say that. But when I tell you that the entire cast this season, even old cast members, even bitches that I don't like that I told off yesterday, everybody
Ooh.
stepped they pussy up for this season. They did. Everybody
Because I
put some
remember
work in this season.
when we first got introduced to you, and I have to go back when you were doing the scene green screen. You were like, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." I said I'm gonna like him just because of
Still,
that.
people said I was gonna be
I'm gonna
messy, but
like
I wasn't
him.
messy.
I laughed. You was like, Cameron, you gotta stop saying people that buddy. You're like, this is my brother, this is my brother, my brother, blah, 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 this is my brother, blah, 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 blah.
You gonna mess
At
me up
least
when
you
I do
know
my
that
next run too
somebody's
fast because
watching
I'll
and
be
somebody
mad.
likes it though. I like paying attention to the stupid stuff, but at least you know somebody likes it and is enjoying it and just telling you to keep on doing it. Y'all bring entertainment.
The worst
I
part
just
Oh
about it
thought
is
it was
I'm gonna
no.
have to go
funny.
back and watch it
I
because I never
love
made it
Ike.
through.
They need Ike on the show. Ike is very, very. I love his voice. Oh my goodness.
I just
Someone
very
said,
Yeah, I
funny.
like
someone
Ike
said we
voice
could have did it
too.
without Ike. Oh, I don't think so. I think everyone adds just so much to the cast. I really love everybody. I think everybody is very unique, and they
Yeah,
all bring something to the
I'm not
show.
crazy about Drew Friday, but she might grow on me. I'm gonna still give her a chance. I'm not just gonna because when I do these reviews, I know sometimes. I mean, I don't drag y'all like how I do them in Zeus Network, but I try not to jump to conclusions because I have to say it's not me, and I know that this is TV and editing plays a part in it. So it's like I have to stop because it was one thing I put up a story when you and Ike had a conversation, and I felt like you kind of did him dirty because I'm like, okay, you're saying you're not friends, but then y'all did this and this and that. From what I've heard on the after show, which I heard this morning, because I didn't stay up that late to watch the after show. And I'm just like, well, damn. And I just felt like I was watching me because it's a lot of people that always be like, oh, they do this with this person, they have all these memories and this, that, and the third. And then when some shit happened, and they be like, oh, we not friends like that. How we not friends like that? But we was just doing this, that, and the third. Because that's Ike even said he was at his house more than 5 times, whatever the case may be. But then when
Now
I
what
heard
Ike
your
said.
side of the story,
If his
when I heard
roommate
your side of the
said
story,
if his roommate said he saw me there 6, 7 times, then I'll be like, that bitch saw me 6, 7 times. Ike ain't seen me no 6, 7 times. But let
now
me
when
ask
I
you a
had
question. Can I flip the switch? Can I flip the switch
Yeah.
for a minute? I'm gonna pull a camera. I'm gonna flip the switch on camera. Why don't you like Drew Friday?
I never said I didn't like her. I just said I'm just not. I don't dislike her. I just wish that she can choose her battles when it like I just don't like the whole
Okay, okay.
inserting yourself. Like even with the whole you wasn't there at the sock situation, but even there, I kind of understand Rico and Troy's side, but it's just like the getting involved and then the twitching and then the like just eager just to get into something, and it's just like you a newcomer. It don't got nothing to do with you, and nobody's calling her out on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's okay to just take it easy. That's all. I just said I'm gonna give her a chance. But go back to what I'm saying. I don't drag y'all because even when I heard your side of the story from what I just explained to you, when I said I felt like you did Cameron dirty, I remember that him and Sky had a sit down 2 seasons ago, and Sky was also explaining how he felt, how Cameron was doing him, how he felt like Cameron was picking popular people when it comes to showing public appreciation. Sky was always there for him, and Cameron never really, or tried to make it seem like Sky was never there for him. So that pissed him off. So I'm like, okay, I can see where Jay Moore's coming from. This isn't the first time we've heard something like this. It's just a different narrative, but kind of the same outcome. So I took that down. Was like, you know what? I'm not gonna just jump to conclusion. I'm gonna just wait, and I'm gonna just see it from both sides instead of doing stuff like that. So that's why. But even though even if I think you're wrong, I still like you. Like even all of you. Like I don't dislike Drew Friday. I'm gonna still keep giving her a chance because it's the first season. I'm gonna still. She might grow on me.
TTV
So what's
Network in
your
the
opinion of
motherfucking
the situation?
house.
Say that again.
So what's your opinion of the situation? Like about
Oh,
me and
which
Cameron? What's your
situation
opinion?
of you and
Him and
Cameron?
Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like even if you think I'm wrong, just let me know.
Well, the whole we wasn't friends like because how we seen it looked like you came on the show as not really a friend of his, but like not a friend of the show, but like you guys were kind of like already like you had the established relationship. And then when you're in the green screens, you're kind of like giving advice like you can't be calling people your brother, like and you were giving advice like you can't be doing this and that. Something that I would have told him too. Then the flower thing came and it's just like you switched. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? I think that's what everybody was thinking. And
You
then
know
the
what?
whole
I
sit
can
down
get that.
came.
I can wholeheartedly get that from a viewer's standpoint. It's just the
Yeah,
fact
but
with me, I'm the type of person. I don't care if we friends or not. I'm gonna tell you when you're right. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. Like literally, I've gotten into it with people on this cast because I'm gonna tell you, bitch, you wrong. Whether we friends or not, bitch, you wrong. So I can wholeheartedly see that. I can wholeheartedly see that. But I didn't want to
well,
switch to an interview for you. But I just
no,
want
it's
to jump
fine.
in.
But we'll talk soon, bro. I'm gonna drop down and eat this food. King, I'll talk to you later. It was
Yes.
nice talking to you.
Good talking with you
All
too.
right. Okay, on period. So yeah, let's talk about the wine and things before we let you go and your fashions and what's next for Jay Amour.
Okay, so so I'm the type of person I play everything close to the pocket. So I really don't announce anything until all contracts have been signed and deposits have been made. I can't say what can I say that has not been filmed? Because at the same time I can't say shit that's been filmed. Um, I will say I just sent the invoice to Disney to be paid today. So I am now working with major networks. I would say that since being on this show, my clothing has been pulled for the Emmys. I'm sorry, not Emmys, the Oscars,
Oh.
the Grammys. I got a phone call to dress somebody for the Clive Davis Grammy party, who is a multi-Grammy award winning artist. Um, she just couldn't fit it, and that's no shade. It was a size too small for her. But she loved the gown. I have network television. You'll find out soon. And all of these are things that's been literally from me being on Chasing Reality, plus the fact that I'm actually busting my ass and showing what I do. As far as the wine line, so right now I'm still in the phases of I'm not ready to secure it just yet. My wine is not something that I just pick the bottles and y'all send it to me. And I actually go and I make the wine myself. I'm at the point of I'm finalizing the flavors because I have about 5 flavors that I love. I have other flavors that people like and people always ask about, but my thing is I don't love them yet, so I don't feel confident selling something that I don't love. Once that is done, I will get the licensing for distribution. So hopefully, I got 2 weeks before I go bottle the last flavor, and if this flavor hits, then I'll go ahead and handle everything I need for my distribution. But we're looking at 6 flavors total that will be released. The ones that have been solidified definitely is Seduction, because that is the number one from everyone who has tasted that has loved it, as well as the French Kiss, which is a French rosé, and the pink Moscato, which I call Miss Moscato. Those are the definites. Then there are some other ones that I like. I just don't know if those are going to be the actual signature flavors. My heels, we'll see what happens with this next sample batch. That should be out by the end, by reunion time. And just stay tuned to Chasing Atlanta. You'll see what else I'm doing with fashion.
I know that's right. Also, so, is there gonna be smoke at the reunion?
Child, with the way Dario got this goddamn the way Dario's doing these after shows, baby, it better be about 19 security guards. Dario, listen, I love me some Dario. Dario can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned because he will put on a show. It's definitely gonna be smoke. Now, as far as I'm concerned, baby, my contracts right now are too large for me to worry about the smoke with anybody. So I'm not gonna be saying shit because let's just say I just signed something to. I really can't say that because it's on the show. I'll be going international. Fuck it, I'll be going international by the end of the year. So I can't. I ain't fucking this up for no reason.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yeah. So. Do I think so? Especially with these after shows, because maybe these after shows have been lit. Each in it. Now, granted, I started some shit yesterday, but I'm sorry. My thing yesterday was like I kept quiet for 5. Like y'all ain't see me post shit because I don't like my page is a business page. Like you have to search for my picture on my page. Like I don't even post pictures of me on my page. My shit is all about business. But I couldn't take no more yesterday, and I spazzed out. Do I regret it? I regret how I did it, but I don't regret that I did it.
Absolutely. And also, if you guys would like to follow JAE AMOUR on his journey, okay, he's going international, y'all. I have his Instagram link pinned in the comments. Make sure that you guys follow JAE AMOUR on Instagram. JAE AMOUR, any last words for us?
No, so y'all just bear with me. Let me tell y'all, y'all saw me blow up last night. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's not gonna be the last time y'all see me blow up. I'm like,
it's gonna be bigger. The next blow up is bigger. Oh, especially not my food.
Listen, my man, my money, my food. So. But I just say, bear with me. I am a work in progress. I am not perfect. I am very much human. As much as I try my best to keep my little bougie ass put together, child, I can be a mess sometimes. But I love you all. Stay tuned. Watch this show with an open mind, and that's what for every cast member. And just keep it real and follow Chasing Reality.
Absolutely. Definitely follow Chasing Reality. I had the Instagram link to Chasing Reality pinned in the comments. Just like earlier in this live, so you can go back and click that, as well as follow them on YouTube. Okay. I think they're on their way to 100,000 subscribers. So make sure that you guys subscribe. Okay. Subscribe. Okay, on period. Well, that's all the questions that I got for you. If you have nothing else for us, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to leak anything, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to leak? Y'all want to leak?
Yes. What can you tell us?
This season on Chasing Atlanta. I'm like, I'm drunk. I ain't about to get it.
Okay. Well, until next time, JAE AMOUR, thank you so much for coming through the home of the lituation. This was truly an explosive interview, and I really appreciate you. Yeah, it is. What's going on?
Are you coming back for season 2? I see that y'all filming.
And I don't know. I haven't heard anything. And all right, JAE. Until next time, friend.
Now you're gonna ask me for a leak, but you can't give me a little leak.
You gonna have to ask Dario. And Dario, guys, I don't know. I haven't. You tell Dario to hit me up. I'll audition for CCast if they having it.
Not CCast.
Maybe I could just pop up. Maybe I could just poke my head in. Maybe I could just leave a dread on the counter or something, and that way that my people will feel like I was there.
I cannot with you. I cannot.
All right. Until next time. Adios, JAMOUR. See you soon.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Oh, that was truly an explosive interview. You guys make sure that you guys are all subscribed. Make sure that you guys are following JAMOUR. His Instagram again is pinned in the comments. It was lit. Until next time, I'm about to go. I got to go. Adios.